It's Robert Enval, 933 Hope, right here in town. I just wanted to talk a little bit about how the council should choose to interact with the Jordan Community Action Group, specifically to those of you that have aligned with them. I'm not going to name any names, so you just don't shoot me, but Jordan Community Action Group, Party of 10, we all know who they are. I've been watching them for a couple of years and sometimes had some fun with them online. Lately, things haven't been so friendly or so brisk. Lately, it has become terrorism.
We don't allow cheering, but I would, if you agree with what Mr. Enval said, I wish you would all raise your hand if you agree with what he said, if you think what he said made sense. Okay? I would like those that did not agree with him, raise your hand. If you didn't agree with him, okay? Thank you. Yep, your time is up. Okay, now we will take somebody else.
Margaret Fink, 204 East First Street. Good evening, Mayor Ewalls. During the last council meeting, a councilman stated a sign I have in my yard was harassment. I would like to give a few examples of what, in my opinion, harassment is. When you are distributing flyers in a neighborhood and a councilman who lives in said neighborhood yells, "You don't know what you are thought of in this neighborhood. You are not very well liked in this neighborhood. You are not welcome in this neighborhood." And another neighbor comes running out in her night clothes yelling, "Get the hell out." We found out later it is not a gated community. When you are at a council meeting and a fellow citizen is calling you a terrorist, along with other horrible accusations, and not one council member tries to stop the tirade against their citizens. On top of that, the acting mayor said, because we are not allowed to cheer, let's vote with a show of hands on who agrees with this statement. When a former councilman drives by a peaceful celebration several times, yelling at the participating citizens. When a local businessman has his attorney send 3 citizens a letter stating that said businessman is suing because they are exercising their First Amendment rights. When policemen kick you out of a public place you are protesting in. When firemen and their wives drive by yelling and giving you the finger. When one councilman continues to bully another councilman at every council meeting and thinks he is being cute with his sarcasm. Not so cute. Pretty childish and offensive.
I think tonight, when we look at our city council meeting protocol, we've got 10 items that we've adopted. And I think tonight, when we had Mrs. Fink up there, when you look at number and you guys at the table here, try to guess if there's any, there were personal attacks, ridicule, lack of respect. We witnessed all that in number 6. And we heard a local businessman ripped on. And I think just because you don't mention somebody's name, I know that several times the personal attack was aimed at me.
A sign I have in my yard was harassment. You don't know what you are thought of in this neighborhood. You are not very well liked in this neighborhood. You are not welcome in this neighborhood. When one councilman continues to bully another councilman at every council meeting and thinks he is being cute with his sarcasm.
So I'm wondering, as a group, is it up to the chairman to put a stop to these? Or should we as individuals, if we feel, let's say if somebody's up there and Tom feels that they're taking a shot at him, should he be able to put his hand up and put a stop to it? Should I be able to do it? Should Sally? Or is it up to the chairman?
Item number 7 of the city council meeting protocol. so that it specifically deals with a citizen who personally attacks the mayor or council members. If the mayor chooses not to stop this behavior, a member of the council can expressly request that the mayor order this person to stop, or the majority of the council may order this behavior to stop.
I disagree with Mike. I didn't feel that that was an attack. Saying that they disagreed with his decision, you know what? That's not an attack on you. That's just saying they don't agree with your decision.
I don't know that what took place the last time that you knew that was being viewed as a personal attack.
His comment was, you know, that he felt he was attacked, but when I went back and looked at it, I just couldn't figure out how you could come up with that other than there were statements made, and if you can read between the lines, you can figure it out. Well, that's, you're getting into content-based freedom of speech issues. And if we start going down that road, we're going to get ourselves in trouble.
Would someone please show me what was said at our last meeting that was either a true threat, an obscenity, or fighting word? I don't see anything in that meeting that qualified as any one of those three things. Regarding applying protocols, when the vice chairman had the gavel on July 18th in 2011, he allowed a sharp personal attack on me and on other Jordan residents. He also asked for a show of hands, which is a violation of Protocol 6, which prescribes demonstration in support or opposition to a speaker. Now, my position is sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. Those who want to push for strict enforcement of protocols should be prepared to be called on their own inappropriate behavior.
And I disagree with Mike. I think he was being overly sensitive. Nothing about that. It was not an attack on him personally. It was an attack on his decision. But you know what? You're elected. Guess what? Not everyone's going to agree with you.
Because if I'd have been sitting there tonight as mayor, it wouldn't have gone on. I'd have stopped it right now.
The minutes should show that Mr. Enville made a comment regarding terrorists in Jordan, after which the chairman asked for a show of hands from the audience about who agreed and who disagreed with the comment. I think that that's a significant enough thing that it should be reflected in the minutes.
That would be probably your opinion. But if that's the opinion of the majority here at the table, we'll put that in there. Because I think what the chairman was doing was trying to find out if we had a lot of more people out there that wanted to speak. We don't allow cheering, but if you agree with what Mr. Inval said, I wish you would all raise your hand if you agree with what he said, if you think what he said made sense.
Terrorism.
And what wording would you like to see? That I asked for a show of hands.
Correct.
Okay. I have no problem.
And he used the word terrorist. That's part of it.
I don't think so.
Terrorism.
No.
Terrorism.
You don't
I
think
did
he
not.
did?
Terrorism.
If you agree with what Mr. Inval said, I wish you would all raise your hand.
Terrorism.
No, I did not.
All right, then you ask for a
I
show of
asked you.
hands.
I wish you would all raise your hand if you agree with what he said.
Terrorism.
All those in favor of the change in the minutes to reflect that I did ask for a show of hands?